Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, this little cutie is Sammy, and today we are watching Season 2, Episode 21 of Lost. The last episode, I was going along, watching it, enjoying it, taking in information, and then all of a sudden the last, 5 minutes happened, and well, you guys saw, we most likely lost Ana Lucia and Libby in one fell swoop, and I am not okay. I liked both of their characters. Ana Lucia was, I really liked her, and then I was like, I don't know how I feel about her, and then I really liked her again, so, I don't know, I just think there was a lot of places her character could have gone, and I would have been interested to see where those places would have been. And I feel like they did to me with Libby what they did to me with Shannon. Because we had Saeed and Shannon cuteness, and I was here for it, and I enjoyed it, and I really liked it. And we had Hurley and Libby cuteness, and I was here for it, and I really enjoyed it, and I really liked it. And then that happened. So the lesson: don't ship characters on this show. Don't get involved in relationships. Yeah. Anyway, that's not really the takeaway. I honestly am very interested to see where we are going with the whole Michael of it all and the whole Henry of it all. I think obviously based off at the end, Michael is going to tell a very different story about what happened here than what actually happened here. So, I guess we'll find out if I am indeed correct and Michael is the newest plant. Only one way to find out, and that's to watch this episode.
I'm building a church.
Now why the hell would you want to do that?
I was just told. I think it was in a dream.
A dream like this one?
Yep, it is a dream. Is he actually saying this? Because this is actually what's happening.
You need to help John.
Okay. I need to fucking go back and watch that later. So remind me. I'm trying to tell my brain. That's his brother. What the fuck?
You must help John. He has lost his way. You must make him take you to the question mark.
What? We're going to the question mark?
And Echo, bring the axe.
Bring the axe! Bring the axe!
Michael, hey!
I'm mad because this is an act.
He's gone. He ran out.
Go! I got him.
Fuck you, bitch.
I was sleeping and gunshots. I came out of the bedroom, and there was this guy. He had a gun and. Come on, we gotta get you out.
I'm mad because he's lying. I better hear not hide nor hair of this being Locke's fucking fault. Oh, she's not dead. She's not dead yet. Maybe she'll live. Maybe she'll live.
We gotta get her out. We gotta get her out in the back room, okay?
Oh, fuck. Michael will probably kill her so she can't talk, right? Damn it. Fucking.
We can pick up the trail. Catch up to him.
Man's got a head start, a gun, he ain't afraid.
He shot 3 of our people. One of them's dead. One of
Who's
them.
gonna take care of Libby while you're off playing Daniel Boone?
I will go.
But that.
John, you have tracking experience, yes?
Ooh, he's gonna get Locke to take him to the question mark.
We will find this trail together.
You find anything, you come right back here, and we figure out what we're gonna do next together.
Y'all can't trust Michael. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Sorry. I just had to get it out, you guys.
Let's go, John.
Honestly, I'm here for this team up. I love both of them. I don't know if it's going to work out, but
receive God's forgiveness, you must be penitent for your sins.
I also forged ID papers for a guy pretending to be a priest.
Do you have it?
He looks familiar, but I don't know if it's from this or something else.
She drowned.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Oh no, you don't understand. She came back to life.
Okay, how?
She was dead. And the next day, she woke up.
The church needs to conduct an investigation before anyone can...
Yeah, she might just be delusional, like, because she lost her kid. You know?
Mrs. Malcolm, would you excuse us for a moment, please?
Of course.
Did he say Malkin? Like Richard Malkin, the psychic?
The question mark, John. Where is he?
Just tell him that you had a dream. He'll
You know what?
believe you.
You keep chasing after your own shadow. I'm going back.
Tell him. Why don't you just give him an explanation? Did you consider that before the headbutt?
She wants us to go here, John, together. She said this in my dream.
Of course.
Locke, you should believe that of anybody.
Haven't you ever followed a dream?
You, of all people, should have a little faith.
Why are you looking at me? I gave you all the damn meds 2 days
The
ago.
heroin, Sawyer.
Give me 20 minutes.
Kate's gonna go with you.
Doesn't take two people to carry.
Kate is going with you.
Maybe she doesn't wanna.
What are you talking about? Why would he need me to go with him?
Jacko here knows his heroin's in my stash with the guns. So I can either show you where it's at or let poor Libby suffer.
Jack, that's kind of fucked up that you would
That's
use
pretty much it, Doc.
Yeah,
this moment to do that.
that's pretty much it.
TBH. You should be looking at fucking Michael! Sorry, they don't know. I need to calm down.
Hey, guys. You seen Libby around?
No. I hated that. That was horrible. Oh, I wonder how long he waited on the beach.
Wake up, John.
Ah,
You all right, John?
it was his dream. Weird.
The man that you saw was my brother.
Echo, it was just a dream. It's not safe.
Get back in the house, Joyce. Get her inside.
Richard,
That
please.
is the psychic. That's the psychic that Claire talked to.
What happened here was not a miracle. She fell into a mountain river. Her body shut down. She went into hypothermia, which made her appear dead. Everything she's doing is to spite me.
Why would she spite you?
Because she knows I'm a fraud. Because I make my living as a psychic. You see, that's what I do. I gather intelligence on people and I exploit it. Every day, I meet people looking for a miracle, desperate to find one. But there are none to be had.
I don't know, because he did do something with Claire. What does he see? Is it a question mark? It's the question mark. The plane is the question mark. The plane, but what the fuck does that mean? It is. It's another fucking hatch door. He said bring the axe. He said you would need the axe. What the fuck is happening, you guys?
I'm glad you're okay, man.
not if you knew. Not if you knew. Is this where they watched the other people, like all the other hatches? I wonder if they can like, oh, I wonder if they can like see. I wonder if they'll be able to find out about Michael. It is. It was surveillance. That's Jack. It is. They can see. I wonder if it's recorded. I wonder if it's recorded. Oh, orientation is 5 to 6. The Pearl. Oh, it is a thing. It's a pearl. Okay.
Station 5, or the Pearl, is a monitoring station where the activities of participants in Dharma Initiative projects can be observed and recorded, not only for posterity, but for the ongoing refinement of the initiative as a whole. Your tour of duty in the Pearl will last 3 weeks, and during this time you and your partner will observe a psychological experiment in progress.
The numbers.
Team members in another station on the island. These team members are not aware that they are under surveillance, or that they are the subjects of an experiment. Namaste, and good luck.
I still have no fucking idea what is happening on this fucking island.
I was never meant to do anything.
Oh, he's losing his faith.
He doesn't want me talking to you. And I know you probably think I'm crazy, but I have a message for you and I promise to deliver it.
From the other side? From his brother?
Says you were a good priest.
Who says that?
Your brother. Yeah.
Why are you doing this to me?
Is everything all right?
Oh, Libby.
He has faith in you.
Okay.
One day you'll believe me.
Yeah. She's not wrong. I think that day is in the future now.
He was placed on a plane, which took off from an airstrip in Nigeria, half a world from here. And somehow,
big of a coincidence to be a coincidence.
I found my brother again.
You know?
I found him in the same plane that took off from Nigeria. How can you say this is meaningless?
I think,
If you will not continue to push the button, John, I will.
I think y'all both should, and I also think that y'all should see, if it's recorded, what's be happening.
I'm sorry I forgot the blankets.
I knew he was gonna blame himself.
I'm sorry I forgot the blankets. Libby?
Say it was Michael.
Michael.
It's okay. He made it, Libby. It's okay. It's all right.
Say it. Oh no. She tried. They're not gonna understand why she said it. I do feel bad for Jack. Like, imagine you have all of this knowledge, but because you don't have the tools, you can't do anything. That would suck. Okay. Are we just not gonna press the button? Are we just not gonna press the button now? Now we're just not gonna press the button. Fuck. Okay, so for some reason in the beginning, when Echo says that he's going to the United States, I for some reason thought Australia. And then he's like, oh, I've got bad news, your trip has to be postponed. So he is already in Australia, which makes sense because everyone has Australian accents, and I was very confused. But he is in Australia. So it definitely was Malkin. I mean, I knew it was after I saw him, but that explains my confusion just in general. Okay, so there's a lot of interesting stuff in this episode, and it's sort of interesting because of the Richard Malkin of it all, and it being his daughter that came back to life. And then also that, because that ties into Claire, because he was the one who talked to her and then convinced her to give up her baby, but then convinced her to do what she did so that she got on Oceanic Flight 815. But he was saying that he was a fraud and that he was faking it, and his wife was just fucking with him by saying that their daughter came back from the dead. Like, she was trying to, like, prove a point to him or something. But it did seem like he knew something about Claire and Claire's baby. So I'm just confused, because I wonder if he was initially, like, scamming her, but then something actually happened and he did have, like, a psychic vision. Yeah. I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm actually, like, it's kind of funny because in the last episode or the episode before, I was trying to remember his name and I ended up looking for it and finding it. And then they mentioned him in this episode. So then I was able to be like, oh, I know who they're are they talking about fucking Richard Malkin? So that was kind of funny. It just worked out that the last episode or the one before made me think about that. And then I had it fresh in my mind for this one. Anyway, there is a lot in this episode that I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about Libby first because I'm still really upset. Hurley finding out, Hurley saying goodbye, Hurley saying, I'm sorry, I forgot the blankets. Like, all of that just really was upsetting. And I hate it because I was so invested in them and they were so cute and I shipped it so much and I was so excited to see their future together, and it's just it just really sucks. I'm also upset because she fucking said Michael, and she was trying to tell them that Michael was the one who did it. She was trying to warn them, to like let them know the truth of what happened, and they didn't get it because she didn't have enough energy and time to explain it. And it's so frustrating because I want to just hate Michael for this, right? Because I really liked both of these characters and it's a really fucked up thing to do. And I was worried that he was going to kill her if she was getting better so she couldn't talk in this one. Glad it didn't come to that. But I do feel, and maybe I'm just wrong, but I do feel that the reason that Michael is doing this is because the others are forcing him. Like, obviously he's not like at gunpoint or anything, but I do believe that the reason that he is making the choices that he's making and doing the really fucked up things that he's doing, or just did, and is now lying about, is because the others have Walt, and this was their way to tell him, like, I don't know that they'll give Walt back. I don't believe they will. I think that he had to negotiate this to make sure that Walt stayed safe, or at least he feels that he had to do that, right? I assume at some point we will get a flashback. We will see what Michael went through, and we'll learn why he's doing this, and I'm assuming that it's going to be that reason. And that's why I can't fully just write off his character, because I do understand why he's doing it. But if I call him a little bitch or a jerk or like yell at the screen between now and then, hopefully you guys can understand. I do get why he's doing it. I do understand his motivations as a character. It doesn't mean I have to like it, though. you know. So we did learn that the question mark is actually the Pearl, which is Station 5, and it is the monitoring station where they would watch people. And honestly, if I were Locke, I probably would have had the same reaction, because why am I pressing the button? Like, I feel like it's a lie. At this point, knowing I'm being observed, knowing people are writing down notes and talking about me, which is kind of what I'm doing, but in a different way. But knowing that, I would be like, what's the point? Like, obviously this is a psychological test. I don't think that there's any consequence to not hitting the button. So why would I continue to engage in this test when I don't believe that there's actual consequences for it, right? I'm not saying that there wouldn't actually be consequences. I still think there might be. I still think it's possible that everything is just a giant fucking test, including the others. But it's interesting. We're learning more. At first, I thought, like, oh, this station doesn't have anything. But their little white circle is actually a pearl. So, that's interesting. The pearl is the question mark. Also, their bunker is number 7, or at least it was on the TVs. There was 9 TVs, which... Is it just different angles of the same bunker? I guess we don't really know because we didn't get to see the other TVs turned on. But it could just be... They could just be watching 3 stations, right? Like 1 through 3, 4 through 6, and 7 through 9 are like the Arrow, the whatever, the Swan. Yeah, so we just don't know. I was kind of hoping that them finding that would mean that maybe it's being recorded as well, and that they could like go back and see that Michael was actually the one who did the shooting. I do wonder though if when Locke and Echo come back and reveal the observation station, if Michael is going to worry that there was a recording somewhere, or there is a recording somewhere, and then try to get rid of it, and then that might lead them to know that Michael's being sus. I just hate, what I really hate is, like, I get what Michael's doing, and I understand it from his character's point of view, and, like, why he would make the choices that he's making, as fucked up as it is. I think a lot of us would do pretty shitty things to save the people we love, or if we thought that we were saving the people we love, right? I'm a big believer that every single one of us is actually capable of doing something like what Michael did if we were pushed far enough, right? I just think it's human nature. That being said, what really frustrates me is they don't know. And I know that's the whole point of having somebody in there that they don't know about, is that they don't know about him. But it's so frustrating to me because every single interaction now, between now and when they find out, is just going to be so annoying to watch because they don't know. And they could be giving away vital information. They could be giving away vital, important things that they don't need to give away. And, like, we already lost Ana Lucia and Libby, and I don't want to lose anyone else because they don't know that Michael is fucking not Michael anymore. Or at least he's not the Michael that we know and can trust from before, right? I know that they have no reason to be suspicious, but he did just disappear, and then he just came back. And then 2 of your people got killed, and another got free. I know they have no reason to be sus of that, but, like, I'm gonna need them to, like, put on their little tinfoil hats and be sus about it. Because it's just a weird, like, no one died while he was gone. Right? I really liked Locke and Echo in this episode. It's funny, because I was just thinking, if Echo just tells Locke the truth, then Locke, of all people, will believe him and follow him. But Locke is actually going through a crisis of faith right now. And him going there with Echo actually worsened his crisis of faith, because now he thinks that there's no meaning in anything. And so, I don't know. I hope that he gets that faith back, but I'm interested to see how his journey from here to there, wherever there is, will play out, because Locke has been really the character besides Echo that really just is like, you know, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm gonna listen to the island. I'm gonna have faith in it. I'm gonna trust it. And what will be, will be. But if Locke sort of starts shunning that now, I don't know what his relationship with himself or other characters is going to be like, really. Also, something I thought about in this episode at the end when they show Jack, like, sort of washing his hands and just sort of having a moment to himself after everything with Libby, is that, and I think I thought about it during the Boone situation as well, but it must just be so frustrating to Jack as a character who has the ability to heal people, right? Like, that's his whole thing. He is a surgeon. Like, in any other circumstances, there's a high possibility that he could have at least made a very, very good effort towards saving Libby. But because of the situation he's in now and the tools that he does and doesn't have at his disposal, it's just not possible. And I think that that must be so incredibly, like, devastating. Big, like, to know that you could most likely save this person, but because you just don't have the tools, you have to stand there as a doctor, as somebody who's trained for this and took the fucking oath to do no harm and all of that. To know that and, like, have to stand there and watch somebody that you care about die, I just think that must be, like, a very special kind of hell that Jack has to deal with. Because everyone else is like, yes, this is horrific and horrible, but, like, what can we do? But Jack is in a very different place than them. And I don't think that I've fully thought about that until this episode. I think, like, again, I think I thought about it a little bit during Boone, but I think this episode really kind of drove it home for me. And it's kind of like with that episode with Jen, where you sort of realize, like, yeah, he's actually so alone on this island because Sun is the only person he can talk to that can understand him and that can talk back. I just really like that this show can have, like, these little moments that really sort of recontextualize characters for you and make you realize, like, oh, everyone's in it together on the island and they're all going through shit, but some of them are going through very different shit, you know? All right, you guys, I think that's all that I have to say about this episode. Yeah, I am excited to see where we go from here, but also, like, really nervous because I have less than zero negative amounts of trust in Michael now, and I don't know what else he'll be willing to do to help Walt, or what he perceives as helping Walt, right? So that's very stressful. If you guys are watching this on YouTube and you want to watch episode 22 right now, you can over on Patreon, which is linked in the description down below. While you're over there, you can also watch my entire full-length reaction to this and all the episodes so far of Lost. That is over on Patreon as well. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully some of you guys coming over and chatting with me on Patreon about it, because I love talking to you guys about Lost, and this whole thing, I'm sure, is going to be very upsetting to everyone else as well as me. Anyway, I am going to go now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, bye guys. You know what I'm going to stop doing is getting attached to couples on this show. Don't you come for Rose and Bernard now. me at the Lost writers who have been done writing Lost for going on 20 years now.